So I graduated from Rogers in 2016.
1991.
04, so it was the year that the remodel started. I loved it here. I was super involved, so cheer, soccer, I did track. This area, Hilliard, is one of the poorest neighborhoods in the state of Washington. So I was just around a lot of poverty and people struggling and really in survival mode. Everybody here was kind of in the same boat, and so we were all in it together. There was definitely that community feel. Hey guys, how's it going? Brian Levitt was my school counselor. I was his TA, and I used to tell him, I'm gonna come back and take your job one day. I hadn't been around the people, a lot of people have been to college, and it opened up doors for me and just a whole new way of living outside of survival mode. While I was going to grad school, while I was an undergrad, my focus was to always get back in here. And so it's really cool having that opportunity, and this is my 3rd year.
Both my parents graduated from Rogers. Both of them grew up in the Hilliard area, you know, all blue-collar type workers, whether it was Kaiser or was the railroad. I was the first one in my family to graduate from college. I always loved sciences in high school, and that's when I decided to become a science major. I was definitely not a straight A kid. Tremendously relates to how I treat my students. I understand when they walk in my class, they're here for 55 minutes. Maybe they want to be here, maybe they don't want to be here. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to get as much out of them during that time. But I also realize that what I'm doing in here for 55 minutes is not the most important thing in their life. I know these kids have a lot of things going on. I know when I was in high school, I was here for 0 hour, 7 a.m. I didn't get home from practice till 6 p.m. So I don't pretend like this is the most important thing to them.
Rogers was always a place where I knew my family went. My mom and dad also went here. So I've been born and raised in this area, and so it's just home. It's home for me. When I was a student here at Rogers, those early years, freshman, sophomore, I wasn't super dedicated with school. I wanted to focus on just sports, and having that mentor, like people who I looked up to, got me motivated to go to the University of Washington, and I graduated there just this past June. My role here is a school academic support specialist. I reach out to students to see how they're doing, checking in with them with grades or just any kind of support that they need.
Thank you for sharing. I didn't know a lot of people that had pursued higher education, and so I was really interested in like what was the differences, like, you know, how was I able to kind of pursue higher education, and kind of why weren't others? And I found that the biggest factor is actually mentorship, and not just somebody, you know, saying, hey, how you doing? I believe in you, you know, every couple months, but actually the quality of the relationship and the student's belief that that adult, a caring person, actually cares about their future.
Our kids don't care what you know until they know that you care. Once these kids figure out you care about them and that you're willing to go above and beyond, they'll do anything for you. They'll go to bat for you. You know, it's a great place to work because of that.
Coming back here as a staff member and not being a student, I remember as a student what it was like and having those mentors. So ultimately, I want to be here. I want to change others' lives and in an impactful way. And I want to change the school and community and do everything I can to make this place, you know, truly what it is.
I've worked at several schools, but there's something about it here. We have those wraparound services. Like, if you put in the work, we're gonna do whatever it takes to help you be successful. So proud to be a part of a family like that.